Cancun Airport is the main airport in Mexico for tourism, and it has a ton of international visitors through it each month. We are back to Cancun, and things at the airport have changed yet again. Hey everybody, this is Nancy from New Travel Escapes, and we're back yet again to the Cancun Airport. Cancun Airport has 4 terminals for national and international flights, and today we're going to let you know what things are still the same and what have changed yet again when you arrive at the Cancun Airport. Whichever international terminal you fly into, this video should be relevant to you. I didn't think we would be doing another Cancun Airport video so soon after our last one, but I want to keep you current on all of the changes that are happening at the Cancun Airport. We've already done a detailed video on what you need to know when arriving at Cancun, so you may want to watch that one first for more precise airport and arrival information to get you where you want to go quickly. I will recap some of it in this video, as well as inform you of some recent changes you definitely need to know about if you're arriving into Cancun. When you exit your plane, you'll follow the signs to the baggage claim and passport control, aka Immigration and Customs Hall. It is air conditioned and there are bathrooms if you need them. There is no potable water at any terminal that I've been to in Cancun, and drinking water will run you in excess of $8 USD per bottle. Ouch! So maybe top up your own water bottle on the plane if you or your child are going to need it. Cancun is a modern airport, well maintained, and as far as airports go, it is pretty clean. It is in the Customs and Immigration Hall where you normally get in line, present your documents to the immigration officers, and they stamp your passport. This is where things have changed yet again at the Cancun Airport. When we were there in early 2022, the airline gave us tourist forms to fill out on the plane. In July of 2022, we needed to fill out the tourist form online in advance, bring them out, and bring them with us as many airlines had stopped handing them out. Each time, we needed to keep the bottom portion of the forms, either the one given on the plane or the one we printed at home, to give back to the airline as we were boarding the plane for our flight back home. Now stay with me because this departure thing is a problem, and it comes up again later in our video. On this trip, the first week of September of 2022, we no longer needed to have any forms filled out on the plane, and you didn't need to fill out the immigration forms online. Strangely, they didn't want any forms at all. The only thing they wanted to see was our passports. They did not ask where we were going or how long we were staying, just stamped our passport and on to the next person. This felt really weird to me, and it was pretty clear that it's a pilot program that they're trying out to speed up the lines when arriving in Cancun. So far, it seemed a bit loosey-goosey to me, but it did speed up the line. A quick passport check, a stamp, and away we went. Immigration went from a possible hour-plus wait to just a few minutes. The wait for our bags was much longer than the immigration line, so unless you're flying carry-on only, you're still going to have to wait. After exiting the customs area, we went right out into the baggage claim carousels, we got our baggage, and then proceeded towards the exit hallways. If you have nothing to declare, then you keep walking and follow the exit signs. Customs always has the right to inspect your bags, and they will let you know if they want to inspect yours. Make sure you're up to date on what you are and are not allowed to bring into Mexico. You may be surprised that they ban certain prescriptions like your medical marijuana, and at the moment you're not allowed to bring a drone in. This next part may feel redundant from our last video, but I'm going to go over this part of exiting the airport again. If I can help you avoid the sharks, I will. After you exit the baggage inspection area, you will then walk through what is known as running the gauntlet of timeshare sharks, or some other names that I can't say in this family-friendly video. Many people have heard stories about being bullied by aggressive timeshare salespeople, and it is in this hallway where you will find them. The people working in this area will approach you displaying the best of intentions to help you find a taxi or transportation to your hotel, but their end game is almost always to sell you a timeshare. They will often even appear to know what flight you came in on and tell you that they are a representative of that airline, but they have only just glanced at your bag tags. Just ignore them, which for some may feel rude, but they prey on your manners to get you to talk to them. Just keep walking, ignore everyone until you get to the outdoor transportation area. If you have pre-booked your transfer, and I highly suggest that you do, they will always be waiting outside for you, never in the airport. So at this point, we are out to our waiting and pre-booked airport to the hotel transfers. The transfers and taxi areas look chaotic and overwhelming, but although it is crowded, the people out here are for the most part friendly and helpful. They will hold up a sign showing you who they work for, and if you are a bit lost, just ask anyone out there and they will point you in the direction of your transfers. We have only taken a cab a couple of times in Cancun, and I will not be doing that again, because both of our experiences were not good. Not to say yours will be bad, but ours was. So now we stick to one of our favorite transfer companies, and there are many good ones. As of September 2022, there is currently highway improvement construction near and around the airport, as well as the construction of the Mayan train, which is Mexico's first official long-distance passenger rail, running an 1,800-kilometer loop around the Yucatan Peninsula. This is set to open in 2023. Needless to say, getting in and out and around the airport is taking longer than usual. On this note, don't forget to use the washroom before you exit the airport. There are washrooms on either end of the baggage claim area. Our usual transfer time is about 20 minutes, but this time it took much longer. So we found our transportation, we had all of our luggage, and we were on our way. It is the return to the airport where changes show up yet again. Remember I mentioned this earlier? What they fixed on arrivals, they seem to have changed up on departures. I don't want to say messed up, but that's what I feel like saying. Remember when I told you that this pilot project on arrivals, all they do is stamp your passport? Well, when you're leaving Cancun and you do go to your airline check-in area, the airline attendant will now need to go through your passport and search each page until he, she, or they find the page with the stamp they gave you on your arrival. I have a passport that is well used, as you may have guessed, and it is valid for 10 years, so there are a lot of pages and a lot of stamps to go through to find the corresponding stamp that matches this current trip. They seem to have fast-tracked immigration, but seriously slowed down checking in for your flight home. And then I got to thinking, is it really a safe idea to have the airline gate agents be checking the passport stamp dates to make sure you haven't been in the country more than 180 days, which is what they allow? What if you visit more frequently? Will they be looking for the most recent stamp? Will you need to look for it yourself while you're standing in line? They aren't immigration officers, so that seems like a lot of responsibility to me. But what do I know? I'm a traveler and I'm not in charge of immigration. But if you've experienced this new immigration pilot project way of doing things, comment below and let us know what your experience was like. I think this will be a continually evolving system until they work it into what they want it to be. Needless to say, I believe things at the Cancun Airport will be tweaked a few more times before they finalize on the new order of operations, and we're here to let you know all about it. Every time someone on our team goes through the Cancun Airport, we will update you so that you know what changes are happening. Please subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates and videos. This new no immigration form required way of entry was our experience on this trip. Things are changing so fast that it may not be your experience. Until this is locked in, so to speak, I'm going to continue to print out the Mexican immigration forms and keep them in my carry-on just in case things change back and they require them again. To me, it is very new, and it's easier to have the paperwork and not need it than to have to take the time to fill it out at the airport. Thank you everyone for watching. We hope it was helpful for you. Coming out of the global pandemic, you can be assured that things will keep changing, and we are here to keep you up to date by letting you know what our travel experiences are like. See you again real soon.